AE fam, and welcome to Ayo and Ebun Entertainment. So today with us we have Mutakilo from Togo that has been living in America. Thank you so much, Mutakilo, for joining us. Can you please tell us a bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Motekilo Mumuni. I'm from Togo. I'm born and raised. I'm half Ghanaian. My dad is Ghanaian, but I'm born and raised in Togo. And I've been living in the United States for almost 6 years now.
Oh, cool. So how did you go to the US from Togo?
It's a jury. It's actually during it's through the diversity visa program,
Okay.
which is commonly known as a visa lottery.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about it? Do you
Yeah, it
think it
was.
was a good decision?
Of course, it was. It was. I was. African life is very hard. To go uh from scratch to the top. It's not easy. So actually, traveling is a great opportunity. I was very fortunate to come over here. Actually.
Okay, so like on TV, they show us so much about America and the shiny parts and things like that. Now that you're there, can you compare? Is it the same thing or there are misconceptions?
Yeah, there's always misconception. Because. There's always misconception, but to be honest, I've read a lot about America and I wasn't really surprised, but there's always a little above your expectations. It always exists,
Okay.
'cause,
So like there's the racism and there is the police brutality in America and lots of things happening to black people in America, but still Africans are moving to America. Why do you think this is happening?
it's because I think it's because no matter what is happening in America, America is still better than Africa. Because there's police brutality. There are military men, cracking down on people for no reason, and they're not gonna be held accountable for what they do. And people easily get away with the crimes, and in Africa. But in America, of course, crimes exist, police brutality exists, racism exists. But if somebody does it, they won't. It's not easy to get away with it. So Africans still will still be looking for a better life, and America is already a better life for Africans. Period. Like I'm from Togo, I'm born and raised. So what is happening in Togo? At least here, George Floyd was killed, and somebody has to be persecuted. Somebody has to face the law. But in Togo, they can kill somebody, or in most some African countries, they can kill somebody and nobody has to face justice. No, nothing is gonna happen. People will protest and they will kill them, and nothing is gonna happen. So I think the human rights it's not perfect over here, but it's way better than what we live in Africa. That's why we're running out. Like we want to come over America with everything we see in America, the atrocity, the police brutality. We all want to come. Trust me, we want to come. It's Yeah, we have opportunities in our. I mean, we don't have opportunities in our country. Actually, we you go to school, there's no job. We experience the worst over there.
Hmm. So about the sentence of American Dream, where it is said that you have equal opportunities and all the chances to make your life better, to achieve your dreams just by hard working and risk taking. Do you think the American Dream is real or a facade?
I do believe in it. Believing in American dreams is I really need to believe in it right now because there wouldn't be any reason for me to be here. You understand what I mean? I have to believe in it. And I do believe in it because I do believe there's equal opportunities, even though it's not perfect. It's not perfect. You go to some places, you see that there's truly equal opportunity, but you go to other places and you don't feel the same thing. So equal opportunities does exist, and of course, and sometimes you would think there's no equal opportunity. So I would just see the positive part of it. Some places you see that there's really equal opportunity. Yes.
Okay, so what is it like being an African living in America?
It's not being an African is it's not easy. I want to be honest because Americans really they think Africans are not educated. They think
Mm.
we're good for nothing. It's now it happens sometimes when sometimes they will be questioning themselves because they're not expecting some things. When you talk to them about history and a lot of things about the world, they think, they say, oh, you're educated. It means they're not expecting you to be, expressing yourself that way, to come up with something. So they always think we don't know anything, especially when you don't speak English. You know, when you are a francophone African and your English is not good, they think you don't know anything. They think you're not educated. They think being educated has to do with the English language.
Mm.
Americans are not that open to the world. They don't know any language. They just speak French and a little bit of Spanish, and that's it. They don't know some people have to speak. Some people speak German, and they're still educated. They don't speak English. They're still educated. They don't. A lot of them don't know that. So they see Africans, they think we're not educated. And when you speak English with an accent, a Nigerian accent or Ghanaian accent, they think you're not educated.
Hmm. So have you
So
experienced any other forms of like racism, maybe at work or with the police brutality that is really um on the news, everybody's talking about it. Have you experienced this kind of things before?
I have experienced racism, but no police brutality. Because I try, when police pulls me over, I try to do the best I can, not to, I mean, so I can be to avoid any interaction, any problem with them. So
Mhm.
when they pull me over, I just want to comply with whatever they telling me. And if it's a summon, then I'll go look for a lawyer to fight for me.
Mhm.
So I just want to make sure I don't resist police, you know. But talking of racism in the workplace, yes, I did. I did experience racism at the job that I did in LaGuardia Airport here in New York City. So I was working there, and I've been there for a while. I knew the job very well, and somebody got hired, they light skin, and they become a supervisor right away. They don't even know the job, and I have to teach my supervisor how to do the job, which is very demeaning to me and very um, it really made me feel so bad about what happened exactly, and I have to quit the job because I couldn't take it. I value my dignity a lot.
So, like several people have been saying that with all these things happening in America, the police brutality and the racism, that it's high time black people come back to Africa. Do you think this is a long-term solution, or do you think it's just running away from the problem?
It is definitely running away from the problem because even running back to Africa, is that Africa secured? Is that Africa safe? You know, when you come from when you've lived in America for 30 years and you go back to Africa, do you think you're not like you're gonna be considered like a newcomer again? You understand what I mean? Because you've been away from Africa for a while, and you've had new habits, new
Mhm.
habits on you, and when you go back, you look like a freshman coming to the campus, to the university again. You
Mhm.
understand what I mean? So I think the challenges over there might be even really stronger and harder than what is in America because in Africa people can easily get away with crime. I'm not talking of Africa in general. I'm not talking of every country. Of course, I'm not saying all crimes you can get away with all crimes in Africa, but some of them, yes. Everybody knows about corruption. Every country is corrupted, but Africa's corruption has been really condoned by some people. Even the West. I want to be honest, by Europeans and Americans. They've been supporting corruption over there. They want us to remain corrupt. So all this thing is a global problem. When America has a problem, Africa has a problem. When Africa has a problem, America has a problem. The world has become a net. You know, it's a net. We are all into each other. You
Mm-hmm.
know, a Nigerian will make his life in America. An American is making his life in Nigeria. You know, a South African is in China. A Chinese is somewhere in France. You know, it's always like that. Somebody living in somebody's country, I don't think that should be a problem. So if there is a problem somewhere, you live somewhere, you love it, and there is a problem, you gotta solve it. You don't run away back.
Hmm.
You don't run back. You don't do that. You know, you
What's
don't
the
enjoy
situation
it.
like in
You don't
Togo?
stay in America only when it's glittering. You know, you
Hmm.
don't. You're gonna stay there for the best and for the worst. Even if you have to go back as Africans, it should be because we've got enough. You know, like we've aged old and we want to go back to Africa and rest. You know, it shouldn't be because you're running away from trouble. Where is there no trouble? There's trouble all everywhere on this earth. So running away from trouble to go get into trouble wouldn't make any sense.
Hmm.
You understand what I mean? So I think if there is any problem in America, we are some of us are Americans, some of us have American citizenship.
Hmm.
So you know that is very dishonest to run away um, from trouble when there is trouble. When you could sit down there and help out in the process of getting justice done. I don't think Africans have to go anywhere, and I don't think uh, the thing is our institutions in Africa have been like this. I don't put the whole blame on Africans. I put a lot of blame on the West, making us like that. And I think the problem in America has to be solved. We don't have to run away from the problem. When you live in America for a while, you become part of the community.
Hmm.
You don't live somewhere. You don't come and stay. You don't come and eat with me when only when I have food. Even when I don't have food, you have to be there to help me out how to make food. You understand what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
you don't come to America when it's nice, you're here enjoying, and when there's a problem, then you run back. That wouldn't make
Do you
any
feel
sense.
Africans should stay there or black people should stay there, whether it's good or bad? They should stay there to
Of
solve the problem.
course. I mean, it's all about what you're here for. You're here for something. You're here for a dream, and that dreams don't happen like that overnight. You understand what I mean?
Hmm.
Dreams don't come true overnight, and there's obstacles. Maybe this is part of the obstacles. And when you grow up, you will talk of going back when you don't have kids over here. Remember, you have some. If some of us have kids, and I know many of us have kids over here. Some people have been here for 30 years, and their life has become American. They have kids over here. How are you gonna go back? Are you gonna go back leaving your kids behind you, or how are you gonna do that? You
Hmm.
understand? And I think it will look very selfish if Africans will run away from these problems that we're encountering in America. We have to hand in hand fight and then get through it together. That's what I believe. Even if we want to go to America, we want to go back to Africa, it shouldn't be because there is a problem in America that we're going back. That would
Okay,
be very
speaking
selfish.
of going back to Africa, do you think the African diaspora has an important role to play in Africans' development?
I do, I do, I do. But the unfortunately, um, in some countries, there's a lot of obstacles. When diaspora goes back, they think they're there to take over. So there's a lot of restrictions regarding them, and they make everything hard for we who live in America or anywhere in the world. When we go back to Africa, it's not that easy. Sometimes you come back with money, but it's not easy. They won't let you do what you want to do. Sometimes you want to help your community, but they don't allow you to do that. In some countries, it might be.
What's the situation like in Togo?
Oh, the country is controlled by a certain number of people, and it's a circle, and they don't want to break that circle. They don't want anybody to get into that circle, and they have that solidarity that they have it among themselves doing the wrong thing. if you have a business, a flourishing business, these people can come over there and impose heavy taxes on you,
Yeah.
and you will have to go away. Like you have to move to another country, like Ghana, or another more flexible country. You understand what I mean? Some countries are really tough to invest in. I'm not saying don't invest in Togo, but you got to be ready for pretty heavy challenges actually.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mutakilo. Thank you so much. It was really amazing talking to you about what it's like being an African in America and the
Mhm.
challenges of Africa also. We
Mhm.
really appreciate you joining us. Guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below, share this video, and let us talk about these topics. And also go check out the video I'll be leaving in the screen. That is another important topic. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. My pleasure. My pleasure.
Have a great day.
You too. Take care.